Lord, one today is Thursday, May 1st, 2025, day for Friday the 2nd. All right, let's go. Well, as far as official setups, stick with this TFPM, of course, wait for entries. AGI stopping out. Bit of a bummer on this one because it was a near miss. This is just for my notes for when I go back and look at trades historically. I did, and this is not to pour salt in anyone's wounds, but as mentioned previously, I did, and also in today's week of charts, which should be public in a few minutes, I did take partial profits on this one when it was nearing the profit target. I did also put out a post on Facebook before I actually took the trade off myself. So if you're newer to service or newer to trading or lack discipline, then by all means follow things more mechanically. But sometimes we get these near misses like this, or fairly close, or close enough, I should say, to make it worthwhile. Anyway, so that one stopped out. A bit of a bummer there. Of course, it did recover later in the day, but that's neither here nor there. Let's take a look at some of these. As far as official setups, it's still like this TFPM. There are some other golds that are showing up in here now that the market has begun to pull back. If you're looking for more action in the gold stocks. For now, though, I still like this TFPM the best. There's still some shorts showing up, but let's just hang on for a little while and wait for new setups before looking to put on any new shorts. Let's just take a look at CCI. It's the only thing we have left for now. Not CCI, what am I thinking? CCL. I was about to say, oh my God. CCL up a little today. So far, it still looks like it's in trouble longer term. So far, remaining in a downtrend, and so far, just pull it back. Let's take a look at the overall market and drill down a little bit. Now, if you look at the net move from lows, it's very impressive, and it looks like we're trying to bottom out. I mean, after all, the market has made this big huge run. But when you kind of drill down a little bit, it's like the intraday action, for instance, the P's got whacked pretty hard going into the close. And this is just not indicative of a market that's in good shape if it could get hit that hard that fast. I think it was over 50 points. Yeah, 50 points or more in the cash and futures market. So that's just not a healthy market. But one day at a time, you know the routine. We did get above the 50s, simple, so that's a positive. The moving averages are coming together, as they will, once you get above them, the bow tie moving averages, that is. Still well below the 200-day moving average, and still looks like a big picture retrace. We could probably get somewhat above the moving average, and the market would still be in trouble because then you got to deal with a lot of overhead supply. A lot of people, of course, looking to get out at break even or going to look to get out at break even. I'm kind of a man on the street kind of guy. And I just see it happen over and over again, talking to the general public. Anyway, NASDAQ composite, a little bit of an opening, sort of a gap reversal there, but still hung on to 1.5% on a day. So that's nothing to sneeze at. Again, let's look at the net move. That's pretty good. Let's look at the fact that it couldn't hold on to it and more. Then that's a bit still questionable. Rusty, not as much as indecision there. You can see so far just a pull back from lows, and so far still looks like it's in trouble. So again, most areas still look like they could be in trouble in here. I think it was health services I was looking at earlier. Got whacked fairly hard along with some other ones. Yeah, there it is. You can see still got fairly hard out of a pullback. Retail still looks like it's in trouble. Just made it back to the 50, but so far remaining in a downtrend. So far just pulling back. Energies, list goes on and on. Semiconductors, well off their best levels. You can see that's an opening gap reversal. I mean, that just doesn't look like a market that's off to the races. Yeah, it was up 0.5%, but it was up a lot more before it began to stall out. So these rallies are being met with some selling, and it's usually not, obviously, a good thing. Biotechnology turning down vis-a-vis the NASDAQ biotech shares, the IBB. Biotech and some of these super speculative issues, I am seeing some individual issues here and there that are bottoming out and could set up soon. One problem that we're up against, as you would imagine, is there's lots and lots of overhead supply, especially like something like biotech, as you can see here, quite plainly. Gold and commodity getting whacked. I wouldn't call it down and out just yet, though. So far, it's just pulling back. You know what I'm here comes one day at a time, but obviously wait for entries on anything new should you decide to go after the gold stocks. Well, we do have the TFPM on the Landry list. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it. A couple things, just a few more things to show you. Bonds sold off fairly hard. Looks like they want to come down here, and I hate to use the word hope, but hopefully these lows will hold and so they can bottom out once and for all. Also, let's take a look at defense real quick. Defense did make it all the way back to new highs, but it's just so overbought. It's so wide loose. It's nothing to get too excited about there. So There is some improvement here and there, but it's like every time we improve a little, we get hit with a bit of a sell-off. So let's just continue to let things shake out and wait for setups. If you have any questions, you know the routine. Everyone have a fantastic night. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Thank you so much.